easier ways to water your pigs, but I kind of like the open trough, especially in the heat of the summer, because the pig watering trough, when you have a large one, it becomes a pig bath and a drinking station. This is harder for me because it means I have to clean it out. It gets a lot of mud in it. I have to clean it out pretty frequently. But I think it's nicer for the pigs than, say, a nipple watering system where they only have drinking water available, because it means they can always stay cool. This goat here, this is Raven, and she's a little black Nubian. And I just wanted to point out how good she looks. And her coat is basically perfectly black, has a really nice sheen to it, and she's plumped up quite a bit. She's at a really good weight for a Nubian. Look at her coat, it's just shining. Beautiful. You're looking good, lady. She's still got a little bit of that brown color in her, but she's nice and fat, or fat enough for a dairy goat. Raven looking like this has been the result of a huge amount of attention, mostly by Bree, my wife, for this little goat. She came to us, I would say underweight, kind of looking skinny and scrawny, and we have fought, 1, parasites, worms, and 2, a copper deficiency. Finally really figured out we think this is it. So she just now finally looks how we'd like her to look. And she looks like a really healthy little goat. Ironically, ducks and pigs have some things in common, and how they mess up water is one of them. We have this little kiddie swimming pool in here, and it takes 2 days for the ducks to turn it filthy, because they dig in the dirt and then they wash their bills. That's how they work. No hard feelings from me. They just make a mess. We got to change this water out to keep it fresh. Put it in the pool and watch it. We'll jump in there. The girls are getting back from swim lessons. We finally found a place. It's kind of hard out in the country to find some things like swim lessons that are really high quality and intensive. So Grace and Joyful are learning to swim this week. Well, learning to swim better. I kind of chronically have this problem of buying people gifts that I want. I'm working on it. So I'm trying to decide if today is an example of that. I bought Brianna a knife, and she needs a knife. I like giving people knives, but I'm afraid I think I've failed again, so we're going to ask her. I got her this little Moira knife. It's called, gosh, what is it called? I should know that offhand, because it's called the Eldris. And she likes knives, but I bought her knives that were too big in the past, so this is a tiny little sheath knife for her to use in the garden, her to use in the yard.
Hi. Hi. I love you.
Swim lessons were great.
Oh my goodness, it was amazing. The view there is like $1 million view.
I have a present for you.
What is it?
Here you go. It's a knife, but did you see that look on her face? I said it's a knife, and she's like, oh my gosh.
I mean, I like knives, but I would rather have.
But the last time I got you a knife, it was this knife that it was so big.
It was so big.
And you said you wanted a little one.
It doesn't have a thing for because I don't wear pockets.
No, it doesn't.
I'm gotta get a knife like that. When you're how old?
It's a tiny little knife. It's one of Moira's shorter blades. Small blade, small handle. We'll put a link in the description if you're interested in buying this knife. It's an Amazon affiliate link. That's one way we make a little bit of money, and we only do it for things that we really like and we really like this company. I've always talked about them, always liked them, used their knives for years. Look, he's smiling at you.
Yeah. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Bunk. Bunk.
I do like it. It's just not what I would pick out as like a present for myself. But I do like it. It's not what I was expecting, but I should know by now.
You weren't expecting a knife?
No.
We're gonna have a contest with the kids to see which kid, if they pick one carrot, can get the biggest one. We're just checking to see how big they are.
To get the biggest one, you look at the stems and then see if the biggest one's the biggest stems, and you can pick the biggest stems.
There's a lot to choose from. Justice is going, whoa, look at that one. Good job. Let's see who has the biggest one. I think this one is the biggest one.
Yeah.
That's yours, Gracie. Good job. All right, everyone wash their carrot and eat it.
Is there a prize?
There you go.
Is that cute?
No, it's not. Take a bite. You like carrots.
Yeah.
I'll eat it. If you look around our garden, and it's kind of like a paradise, everything's just grown up beautifully. You'll see there's a lot of sunflowers. And if you've not watched all of our videos, you probably don't know why. Some of you know. We planted sunflowers in strategic locations. Well, we pretty much planted them everywhere. But in some beds, they were put in specific locations for a reason. In this lower greens bed, I planted these beautiful sunflowers to shade lettuce. I wanted to provide the lettuce some shade because it's really kind of a cool weather crop. Some varieties do better in the summer, but I wanted to experiment and see if providing them some shade kept the lettuce a little cooler and kept it from getting bitter quickly. So let's do a little test. Here's the test. This patch of sunflowers is primarily shading these few rows of lettuce here. There's sun everywhere now because the sun's in the west. But this is south, so the most shade is falling on these rows, specifically this row right here. And you can tell there's a big difference in leaf size between the shaded row and the sun row. This is what the sun does for you. It's power to grow. I'm gonna taste these two leaves and see if there's any noticeable difference. I think that the non-shaded lettuce is a little more bitter, and that might be just because it's grown so much larger, it's more mature. All of this lettuce is still delicious and totally edible. I'm gonna harvest some now. I'm tearing out these lower leaves that are more likely to have dirt on them because we have such an abundance of lettuce. I'm just cutting off the plants a few inches from the ground, and I'll just compost. Or actually, I'll probably give this to the animals. This lettuce is from one row of probably 30 rows of lettuce in that bed. Oh man, you're carrying groceries! I'm gonna put it straight in the fridge so it doesn't wilt. It's already really clean. You got some cereal? I see you got Cheerios. What a cool thing. Good job carrying groceries.
Please you help me.
I don't think you need help. Look, you're so close. You got it already. Here, you grab the handle. There you go. Get it in the house, buddy. Are you being a big boy carrying groceries too?
Yeah.
What do you have? Oranges?
Man, I love having older kids. I said, Grace, make supper. I gotta go to the grocery store. I'll take all the little kids. When I get home, supper's made. Oh, it's good.
It's a little bitter, but it's very good.
I wouldn't even call that bitter. You won't even notice that when there's other stuff in the salad. It's like it's the tiniest little bit.
What are you wearing today? What glasses are you wearing?
They're my new $9.99 special.
I think it says Jones, New York on it.
I don't know. I got them from TJ Maxx for $9.99.
That's one nice thing about growing a head lettuce or a semi-leaf lettuce is it grows really tall, so it doesn't get the rain-spattered dirt up off the ground. And so there's just a lot less washing involved when your plants come out of the garden really clean. Now we're eating a really nice supper with a garden salad and a pesto pasta with pesto from the garden that actually Grace made this completely by herself. Good job, Gracie. And she made the chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
Gluten-free chocolate chip cookies, which is kind of a big deal.
And Mr. Wilder is right down here looking at everybody. How's your salad?
Good.
Dance. Well, friends, this has been another great day in the homestead. It got dark on me. I spent a lot of time with the kids in their beds this evening, and I meant to go outside and shut this video down, but we're doing it right here in the kitchen because there's no light outside.